discuss about the calorimetry and principle of calorimetry. Calorimetry is the branch of physics which deals with the measurement of the heat. The heat is generally measured into calories and kilocalories. Now, the principle of calorimetry. The principle of calorimetry states that if a hot body and a cold body are in contact with each other, hot body and cold body are in contact with each other, neglecting the heat lost to the surroundings, heat lost by the hot body is equal to the heat gained by the cold body, but neglecting the heat lost to the surroundings. This is the principle of calorimetry. Principle of calorimetry says that heat lost by one substance is equal to the heat gained by another substance. Taking the case of the latent heat. Latent heat is defined as the hidden heat. The latent heat is defined as the heat required to change unit mass of substance from its one state to another state. We know that we have got three states. One is the solid state, liquid state, and the vapor state. Now we have got three latent heats. One is latent heat of fusion, latent heat of vaporization, and latent heat of sublimation. Now the latent heat is given as if Q is the amount of heat required, Q is equal to M into L, where M is the mass of the substance and L is the latent heat. The units of latent heat are joule per kg or calorie per kg or calorie per gram when we take it in grams. We have got three types of latent heats. One is latent heat of fusion, another is latent heat of vaporization, another is latent heat of sublimation. Talking first about the latent heat of fusion. The latent heat of the fusion is defined as amount of the heat required to change unit mass of substance from its solid state to liquid state without the change in temperature at its melting point. So we know that the temperature doesn't change. If the temperature doesn't change, where does the latent heat go? The latent heat brings about the change in state, that is from the solid to liquid state at its melting point. Latent heat of vaporization is defined as amount of heat required to change unit mass of liquid to vapors at its boiling point. So here also the temperature remains constant. As the temperature remains constant, where does the latent heat go? The latent heat brings about the change in state, that is from liquid state to vapor state. Latent heat of sublimation is defined as the amount of heat required to change unit mass of substance from solid state directly to the vapor state without changing the temperature. Now, when the solid is directly changed in the vapor, skipping the liquid state, that is known as latent heat of sublimation. Thank you.